Hey everybody, this is John Flynn playing catch up. Which means literally tuning the guitar. It's been a crazy week. So much so that I didn't even schedule my weekly Busk at Dusk, or Busk After Dusk. And where did I leave my harmonica holder? I know. I know where it is. Excuse me. Hey, Stephen. Hello, Angel and Heidi. Sorry, I'm a little tardy getting to work tonight. Hope you guys had a good week. Hello, Jan. Hi, Susan. All right, Flynn, sing. Hey, Tony. Hi, Judy. Hello, Joanne. Native American grandfather found his grandson crying after school and discovered from the sobbing child that a playground bully had been cruel. I wish that I could hurt him, said the child. When I get big, that's what I'll do. That will make me sad, said the grandfather. But then I'll know the dark wolf's taking you. There are two wolves. There are two wolves, and with each heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and darkness, and the other wolf is love and light. I have volume control via rocking chair. Turn it up. The old man put his arms around the child and said, the thing you want is called revenge. But when you try to hurt the one who's hurt you, you become a little more like them. The old man said, I know you are feeling. Being human, I have felt it too. The child looked inside the ancient eyes then. He said, grandfather, tell me what to do. He said, there are two wolves. There are two wolves. And within my heart, these two wolves fight. One is hatred. It's rage and it's darkness. The other wolf is love and light. The old man said, child, do not fear this battle. Though each wolf will make the other bleed, it is in your power to choose the victor. The wolf that wins will be the one you feed. There are two wolves. There are two wolves. And within each heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and darkness. The other wolf is love and light. One is hatred, rage and darkness. The other wolf is love and light. Who else is here? Hello, Carolyn and Marilyn and Jan and Shirley. Well, I'm in a real good mood tonight. Hope you guys are. I was burning, several prayer candles today for friends who are going through stuff, and we got good results from one hospital. So this is going out to a buddy who's out of surgery, and this is one of his favorite songs. I know it's one I recorded on Hondo Jenkins' release. Let's see if I can pull this off. It's one of my favorite songs, actually. By George Harrison. Sunrise doesn't last all morning. Cloudburst doesn't last all day. Seems my love is up and has left you with no warning. It's not always gonna be this way. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Sunset doesn't last all evening. The mind can blow those clouds away. And after all this, my love is up and must be leaving. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. But life strings can't last, so I must be on my way. If Face another day. Now the darkness only lasts the night time. In the morning it will fade away. Daylight is good at arriving at the right time. It's not always gonna be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. And life's strings can last. So I must be on my way. Face another day. Darkness only stays at nighttime. In the morning it will fade away. The daylight is good at arriving at just the right time. It ain't always going to be this great. All things must pass. All things must pass away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. Things must pass away. All things must pass away. Get better, buddy. There's still work to be done. Here's one I haven't done in a while, and it came to mind this week. I was reading an article about consolation, and this fella said his definition was of consolation was solidarity in space, in physical space, which means kind of like putting your body there, you know, putting your body on the margins. And he talked about this woman who had been injured, and she experienced like a profound brain injury in this accident, and it affected her sense of balance, and that wasn't going to change. It was a kind of something she had to learn to live with, and she as a result she fell down a lot. And of course people would hasten to pick her up, you know, get things right. And one day she confided in somebody that what she really wanted, what she really hoped for, was that someone else would just sit down on the floor with her, because then she wouldn't feel so alone. Something so simple. It's what we do, ain't it? If it looks worn, painted. If it is torn, mended. If it's bent, unbended. But when a heart's breaking, and when a soul is shaking, and your bag of tricks is cleaned out of quick fixes, don't just do something. Don't just do something. Don't just do something, stand there. Don't quote renowned sages or Sunday school pages. Paths of least resistance will keep at a distance. The challenge of seeing the whole human being in all their fierce beauty, and your profound duty. Don't just do something. Don't just do something. Don't just do something, stand there. In the still and screaming silence, with the illness and the violence, where the cosmic joke is on us. Fear, tears and laughter, not fear. Tears and laughter keep us honest. Whether it's deep sadness or borderline madness, do not disrespect it or look for the exit. Stand in the breach, brother. Stand with one another. Your presence, sweet sister, can heal and minister. So don't just do something. Stand there or sit there. So I played at the Kennett Flash. We did our annual benefit for Camp Dreamcatcher last Saturday, and it was a joy. It was a blast. You know, the house had fewer tables and chairs because it was socially distanced seating slightly, and the audience was masked, but it was a freaking audience. It was human beings in a room together, and you know, the sympathetic human beings who would laugh at my stupid jokes just because they knew I needed to hear someone chuckle. You people on the computer, you don't do that. I'm sitting alone in a room, and if I make a stupid joke, silence. Other than, you know, perhaps Carol and Birch, who will boo in a post. Anyway, it was a blast. I'd like to thank everybody who came out. We raised a little money for Camp Dreamcatcher, and it just gave me such a boost personally to walk out on a stage. I had done a few shows, mostly in kind of church spaces where I had been hired to sing, and I was quite, you know, a distance from the audience, and this wasn't that situation, you know. So it gave me hope. I'm hanging in there, man. I remembered why it was. I liked doing this, loved doing this so much. A friend of mine texted this week, you know, something about, would we still write songs if it weren't about the money? And I thought, what money? It's been, you know, it's been 35 years since I tried to write a song for money. Anyway, so what are you going to sing, Flynn? Oh, I'm going to do a couple of Christmas songs. These are songs of mine, and clearly I don't get that much of a chance to do them during the regular years. The garlands of seaweed are strung on the beach. The gray skies are starting to snow on the reach. And like an archangel with white feathered wings, a lone seagull calls out, it's Christmas morning. The hermit crabs belly up to the sandbar to see the fish shaped like a Bethlehem star. Seagulls think each Christmas party is swell if you can get someone out of his shell. It's Christmas for seagulls. They're celebrating the birth of a eagle, the work of a king. A boat on the breakers, stable to cross the waters to save us from sin's albatross. It's Christmas for seagulls. Long before most humans wake from their naps, a beachcomber clad in a red woolen cap opens a bag for the fine feathered friends, and laughing out loud casts his bread to the wind. It's Christmas for seagulls. Celebrating the work of a eagle, the birth of a king. A boat on the breakers, a stable to cross the waters to save us from sin's albatross. It's Christmas for seagulls. Garlands of seaweed are strung on the beach. The gray skies are starting to snow on the reach. And like an archangel with white feathered wings, a lone seagull calls out, it's Christmas morning. So I've had several requests for Christmas balls. And I live to serve, folks. That's why I'm here. So this song is the first song I ever sang on Kids Corner on WXPN, ill-advisedly. And I've actually rewritten the last verse. The first version was actually the true ending of the song, and clearly much more disturbing. But for some reason, Kathy O'Connell did not ban me from return appearances on a show that I've come to love over the decades. Anyway, this, like I said, is a true story from my neighborhood back in the day. Santa Claus left Donald's son a new Red Ryder BB gun wrapped up underneath the tree. It was late one Christmas Eve as Donald's wife began to snore. There came a knock on his front door. It was his best friend Billy Greer, come to share some Christmas cheer. Drank eggnog and lots of wine. They had themselves a Christmas time. When they both got good and tight, Billy had an idea bright. They unwrapped that new BB gun, took turns shooting one by one. The only targets they could see were hanging on the Christmas tree. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, ring the bells and deck the halls. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, Merry Christmas balls. Nothing sounds the Christmas call like firearms and alcohol. They whiled away that silent night, shooting out the Christmas lights. They shot off all the angels' wings, shot off all the golden things. And with every shot they poured, they left shattered on the floor. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, ring the bells and deck the halls. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, Merry Christmas balls. They don't write them like this anymore. Next morning, Donald's wife came down along with Donald's son, who found his father waking from his nap. BB gun still in his lap. Don handed him the gun and claimed that Santa Claus had checked the aim to see if it was true or not. Redecorating took a lot of balls, balls, Christmas balls, ring the bells and deck the halls. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, Merry Christmas everybody. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, ring the bells and deck the halls. Balls, balls, Christmas balls, Merry Christmas balls. Puts you in the spirit, don't it? It's a distracting camera angle tonight because I noticed on the monitor that when I get into a certain position, I look like Batman with little ears. Picture of my old buddy Chief behind me. I'm Batman. I've started writing songs. Who else has joined us? Let's see. Ken Nallinger is out in California. Hello, buddy. Everything I learned about middle school biology, I learned from Ken Nallinger. That doesn't sound right, but he was my biology teacher in middle school, so that's accurate. Vicky's here, and Judy, Dave, Barry, good to see you, brother, and Sherry. The whole gang's showing up. So I've been totally loving this Get Back documentary, and I think I'm about a third of the way through my second viewing. anyway, got me in a Beatles mood, and this is one that I recorded last year on the Hondo Jenkins album. Tell me that you got everything you want, and your bird can sing, but you don't get me. You don't get me. You say you've seen 7 wonders, and your bird is green, but you can't see me. You can't see me. When your prized possessions start to bring you down, look in my direction. I'll be round, I'll be round. Broken, will it bring you down? You might be awoken. I'll be round, I'll be round. Tell me that you've heard every sound there is, and your bird can swing, but you can't hear me. You can't hear me. John Lennon. Hang in there, gang. Little capo issue here. Let's see. Oh, you got it. There's a reason I have 17 capos. Title song of my most recent CD, which makes a wonderful Christmas gift. Chased by the hawk, a morning dove crashed through the screen on our back porch, where it then flew circles until weary it fell down on the floor. I opened up the old screen door, thinking that dove fly away, but it ignored my feeble gift. It simply stared the other way. Wild beat the wings, wild beat the heart, wild beat the things that tear us apart. I just realized my Macintosh is not plugged in. It's about to lose power. I got to get it plugged in before we go off the air. Hold on. Still with me? There we go. Dang. Phew. We're still here, I think. That was close. That little icon up in the corner of the computer said, this is about to shut off. And I realized I hadn't plugged it in, and I was going to lose you. I think you're still here. If not, have a great week. Yes, still here, says Marie. Thank you. Well, that was part of the title song of my most recent CD, and it's a good one, so I hope you'll look for it at all fine digital outlets. This is just like a well-oiled machine tonight. I've been 2 days without a nail gun in my hand, a paintbrush in my hand, a staple gun in my hand. We finished the reclamation project that is my den. Thanks to Rotten Dan, who will henceforward be known as Saint Dan here in the great green gumwood. And that just opened the floodgates for a million things that haven't been getting done for the past few weeks. So I promise next week I will be totally prepared for this show. You guys will be so impressed. Actually, the folks that came out to the Kennett Flash, they thought it was such a smooth show because all I had to do was show up and sing. It was a piece of cake. I didn't have to put in, stuff into my computer. I didn't have to turn on lights and cameras. Oh, the good old days. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one's for Rob. I have a friend who used to climb the walls in stone cathedrals in the mountain halls, where mistakes you can't afford, nothing between him and the Lord, but a piece of nylon cord in his two callous hands. He found me trembling once in grievous fear. Illness may soon claim someone I held dear. And he said, once upon a time, when I was learning how to climb, somebody said the words that I'm about to say to you. Trust the rope. Trust the rope. Hold on tight and make a friend of it, especially when you reach the end of it. Don't lose hope. trust the rope. This is not the right. There was this cliff face that he could not cross. No ledge to grab on, he was at a loss. His mind filled up with fear and doubt till he heard his buddy shout, just let go and swing on out, it's gonna be okay. Just trust the rope, trust the rope. Hold on tight and make a friend of it. Even when you've reached the end of it and you can't cope, trust the rope. Some say ships are safe in harbors. That's not what folks who built ships had in mind. Tarzan swinging through the arbors has to put his faith in every vine. So trust the rope, just trust the rope. Hanging out between heaven and hell, you hear a voice above you yell, don't say nope. Trust the rope. So Ian asks, is next week's show from the new room? No, because that would mean I would have to haul all this gear downstairs. I finally got it set up, man. It's a tempting. I thought about it. Who knows? We'll see. And Tony asks, will we have a show on Christmas Eve? I hadn't done the math, my friend, so let's think about this. Probably not. I guess if you guys would like, we have three options. We could take a little break from the busk after dusk, which might do the world some good. You know, how can you miss me if I don't go away? We could do it on the night before Christmas Eve, so we could have a special Thursday night show, which might be fun because we've never tried Thursday night. Originally, I had ruled that out because that was our night for New Beginnings to be in the Howard Young Correctional Institution, but it's been a long time since that's been available to us. Hopefully, that'll change in the new year soon. But we could do a Thursday night show, or maybe we could do a little visit in the afternoon. I could arrange for a busk before dusk. And we could, gather at, something like, 2 or 3 o'clock. So we'll have an informal poll here, and you guys can tell us what you feel like, and I'll figure it out, and maybe we'll, I'll put a little post on Facebook. We don't have to decide anything right now. Here's an old song of mine, and I always thought of it kind of as a Christmas song. I began it as a Christmas song. The child had no cradle, the child had no pillow. on which he could rest his weary head. A few handfuls of barn straw were all that lay between him and the wooden planks that were his bed. We laid him down on the boards of a manger. We laid him down on the boards of a cross. His whole life was the price we asked him to pay for loving us. Just for loving us. He was a simple tradesman who then became a teacher. He spoke of miracles that love could do. He told us of our Father of gentleness and mercy. But how did we receive him, me and you? We laid him down boards of a manger. We laid him down on the boards of a cross. His whole life was the price we asked him to pay for loving us. Just for loving us. And there was not one who would stand with him. In the end, when he was dying on his tree, in the end he hung there calling to his Father, why have you forsaken me? Why have you forsaken me? He said, please forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. He closed his eyes and bowed his head. A couple days later, an angel asked a woman, woman, why seek the living here among the dead? Laid him down on the boards of a manger. Laid him down on the boards of a cross. His whole life was the price we asked him to pay for loving us. Laid him down on the boards of a manger. Laid him down on the boards of a cross. His whole life was the price we asked him to pay for loving us. Just for loving us. The child had no cradle. The child had no pillow on which he could rest his weary head. Well, this one's going to be for Dan. Oh, he liked this one on the 12 string. Let me see if I can get this into tune quickly enough. And I'll mention while I quickly tune the Behemoth here. This is viewer supported. Busking After Dusk. Which means, well, you've seen enough of those PBS commercials to know exactly what that means. So I'm just going to post my online tip jar. See the lengths I go to for you people? I even endeavor to play it in tune. There were years when I couldn't be bothered. All right, here we go, Danny. Tammy works down by the mall, sells commodes and shower stalls. And the bathrooms are a outlet store. Big Bill, he don't shop there anymore. Says he got his pipes unclogged. Tammy might have married him, but he thought she was much too thin. She thought he was much too fat. Tammy never could get over that. She swore enough there's more to love. And she keeps electric candles in her window, just like Christmas Eve all year round. She says, you make the silent nights go easy. They won't burn you down. Tammy lived in Buffalo up until 2 years ago, when she moved down to the Sunshine State. She writes home that everything is great. Sends postcard scenes and tangerines. The answering machine she bought doesn't work the way she thought. Mostly it reminds her no one calls. Sometimes it's just her sister from St. Paul. So pour her a drink, watch it blink. And she keeps electric candles in her window, just like Christmas Eve all year round. She says, you make the silent nights go easy. They won't burn you down. Sometimes she gets so mad at God, waves a metal curtain rod at the storm clouds gathering above. She says, I got a better chance of being struck by lightning than of ever finding someone to love. She keeps electric candles in her window, like Christmas Eve all year round. She says, you make the silent nights go easy. They won't burn you down. Don't you let them burn you down. So the consensus seems to be that at least two people would show up for a Thursday night concert. So why don't we plan on getting together on Thursday night for a very special on a very special Busk at Dusk this coming Thursday. Now, me saying that doesn't guarantee that I'll remember on Thursday that we were planning to do this, so I'm going to ask one of you at least to contact me sometime during the day Thursday. Go, remember, you're playing them. That will give me at least a 50% chance of showing up and singing. I'm thinking 75% chance. Chris, I can't do this song with this banner going the whole time. Hold on a second. Let me hide that. All right. This shameless commercialism. In the Christmas concert, the choir sang selections. They paperback hymnal stamped Department of Corrections. Unlike those who once kept it real unto certain poor shepherds, heralds of great joy this night all had criminal records. They sang about a God-child born in poverty, to shine a light in darkness and to set the captives free. They sang, freedom, brothers, freedom, joy, brothers, joy. Most were small-time hustlers and gangster wannabes, hostages to hopelessness, despair's own refugees. And most had sung these songs before when they were very young, before the wounds that drove them to the crack pipe or the gun. Sang about a God-child born in poverty, shine a light in darkness and to set the captives free. Choir's robes were purple, borne over prison white, down in the prison chapel where they busted Silent Night. Roared, come all ye faithful, and then rocked the first Noel. Happiness for Jesus, kicking out the gates of hell, where concrete, cold fluorescent light meets stale recycled air, and ink and flexed bravado mask the recycled despair. And spirit dies in bondage just a little more each day. These men stood tall and proud as if their chains had slipped away. They sang about a God-child born in poverty, shine a light in darkness and to set the captives free. They sang, freedom, brothers, freedom, joy, brothers, joy. The choir's robes were purple, worn over prison white, down in the prison chapel where they busted Silent Night. Welcome all ye faithful, and then rock the first Noel. If you're clapping hands for Jesus, kicking out the gates of hell. Now offenders packed the pews while CO stood against the wall. No jingle bells, no Christmas tree, no deck the fucking hall. Just fierce men with a message they were taking to the house. And with a song for peace, the congregation filed out. They sang about a God-child born in poverty, to shine a light in darkness and to set the captives free. They sang, freedom, brothers, freedom, joy, brothers, joy. In the Christmas concert, Fire sank selections, made paperback hymnals, stamped Department of Corrections. Peace, brothers, peace. God bless you, everybody. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you Thursday night. Bye.